Uttar Pradesh, where there are going to be several key fights that are going to be fought. But one amongst them is the fight that Maneka Gandhi of the BJP, the daughter-in-law of the Gandhi family, but in the other party, will be fighting for a recontest from Pilibhit. Many questions have been asked of whether Maneka Gandhi has been over-obsessed by her own son Varun Gandhi's campaign and has not been concentrating on her own.
Among the 11 constituencies in Uttar Pradesh's highly polarized Rohilkhand region is Pilibhit, home to the other Gandhis, Maneka and Varun. The Gandhi family's warring daughter-in-laws are engaged in a proxy battle to win 2014. While Sonia avoided Pilibhit as a quid pro quo for Varun not campaigning in Amethi and Raebareli, the Prime Minister addressed his maiden election rally in the constituency last weekend to favour the Congress candidate Sanjay Kapoor. Manmohan Singh launched a scathing attack on the BJP. Maneka was quick to accuse the Congress of playing the Sikh card in the area known as Tera is Mini Punjab. Uttar Pradesh's political landscape has turned divisive after last year's riots in Muzaffarnagar. Hit by an acute power shortage, poor infrastructure and a lack of basic medical and educational facilities, Pilibhit is witnessing a wave of polarization. But Maneka has made headlines mostly when targeting the Gandhis, attacking her sister-in-law, Robert Vadra, and even delivering a public rebuke to her own son Varun for endorsing his cousin Rahul Gandhi's Amethi model.
मैंने वरुण से आज सुबह बात की थी जब मैंने अखबारों में पढ़ा और जो उन्होंने कहा वो शायद सही नहीं है क्योंकि मैं अमेठी गई हूँ और वहाँ सचमुच में जिस लायक काम होना चाहिए था वो नहीं हुआ.
That's something she did not even do in 2009 when Varun Gandhi made an alleged hate speech, even though a Pilibhit court later acquitted him of all charges. In 2009, Maneka won the neighbouring Aunla constituency by a whisker. She's now moved back to her home turf, eyeing a record win, but hasn't displayed a bleeding heart for her own constituency. Instead, she hopes to capitalise on the work done by her son Varun while he was MP of the constituency. Her biggest strength is the BJP's Modi wave, the Hindu community, which forms 65% of the population, and the lack of any strong rivals. A big point in Maneka's favour, she's also won continuously since 1989, barring one defeat in 1991. Despite her long term as the local MP, the region remains backward. The Prime Minister's latest attack by proxy could also hurt the younger Gandhi daughter-in-law.
Pilibhit holds the same significance for Maneka as Raebareli for Sonia and Amethi for Rahul. The stakes are higher for the cabinet minister as Maneka Gandhi is now banking on the brand Gandhi and the so-called Modi wave. However, the key is held by the Muslim and Dalit votes in this constituency. With cameraman Vinod, Deepak Sharma for Headlines Today.
Amir Haq is with us, who's joining us for more details. Amir, clearly as far as UP is concerned, some very important constituencies going to the polls. I want to start with Maneka Gandhi and how there were allegations of perhaps a match fixing that were done by the local Congress leader against her, and then go on to give an overview of the state.
Well, definitely, Maruk, this is going to be very interesting this time round because these 11 constituencies which go to poll tomorrow, there is a huge phenomenal population of the Muslim voters which are supposedly the key to these parties getting back into power. Because out of these 11 constituencies going to poll, including Rampur, Moradabad, Bareilly, Sambhal, Pilibhit, the percentage of Muslim voters is between 35% to almost 55%. So definitely, whether the efforts of the political parties to galvanize voters, to polarize their vote bank, whether it has an effect on the electorate or not, will be seen tomorrow. As far as Maneka Gandhi is concerned, Deepak Sharma just now very rightly said that Pilibhit holds the same importance for Maneka Gandhi as Raebareli or Amethi hold for Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. So, and definitely, perhaps Congress has come to understood the kind of opposition it is facing this time round, and therefore we have Priyanka camping here for the last 2 days in Amethi and Raebareli, meeting up with Congress workers and party men on a one-to-one basis. Also, it will be very interesting to see how voters respond to the way Maneka Gandhi has responded to what to the verbal war of words between Varun Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi on the other side, because Varun Gandhi for most of the part has remained quite subdued. In fact, has not directly responded to what Priyanka has said, and the role was being played by his mother on the other side from Pilibhit.
Okay, interesting. It's going to be an extremely interesting election for Uttar Pradesh. It's for the state of Uttar Pradesh, which gives the largest number of members of parliament to the Lok Sabha. Clearly, this is just the beginning, and going into May, we will have the crucial phases in Uttar Pradesh as well, including the one tomorrow. Amir Haq, thanks so much for that.